Yo.
Hello, everybody, and
Yo.
welcome back to the Sarah Klassen channel.
Take me to Candyland, ooh, take me to Candyland. Sweeter than sugar, you doing that dancey dance.
Today, I think, is a really exciting video, and I think it's exciting that it was even suggested to be made. A girl in the comments of the last video suggested that I made a video on keeping up with transition when bowling with the boys.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
And that is such a real thing, and I guess there is a lot of women that bowl predominantly male tournaments. I guess because when you look at the sport, a lot of the bowling for money and cash tournaments are mostly going to be men who hook it. And what does that mean?
That means that the transition is going to develop faster than you can. I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies. I think you guys are great bowlers. And dudes with no rev rate.
That's true.
And
Anybody
girls with a lot of
low
rev rate.
Yeah.
There will always be transition happening to the left of you. But don't be upset. Because transition, I thought of something while I was driving here. The individual is more accurate in the front part of the lane, but the masses are more accurate down lane, which means overall, across everybody bowling on every lane, their break point is going to be a lot closer, person to person, than where they're playing through the front part of the lane, which means you're dealing with more transition the further down you get the lane than you are in the fronts. So you can get through this transition that's happening in front of you that you can't chase by getting into something cleaner. And for Sarah, that cleaner is going to something with a cleaner cover, like this Wicked Collision, for example. It's a cleaner cover, but high torquing core. So you get through that front part of the lane, but then you have an engine inside the core that can still turn off of something later.
Right.
We have that and a GB4 hybrid with a really strong layout here. And we're going to show you why those pieces are good for, dealing with dude transition.
Yeah. And I think another thing that I've been practicing that has helped is manipulating ball speed and ball roll, I guess. For me, it's being slower and getting around it more, because obviously when you play further right and you're straighter, you can be more forward, a bit faster if you want. But for me, it's been helpful when I have to move left to be able to slow my ball speed down and get around it so that the ball actually has a chance to hook down lane. And
Create an entry angle.
yeah,
That's
and
a huge
even
thing. You can mimic high rev rate just by having a lot of entry angle.
yeah, and even then, this past weekend when we bowled the sweeper on Sunday from this vlog here, I was throwing the Wicked Collision actually, but it even got to a point where obviously at first I had to move left, make bigger jumps left. That's another thing, you're gonna make bigger jumps than if you were just bowling with the women. But I'd make bigger jumps and be slower and get around it, but then when that started hooking too much, sometimes rather than continuing to move left, I could throw it harder to the same spot down lane. So obviously both are helpful, but being able to do both is important.
Yeah. And knowing what balls you're going to be able to do both with is also important.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an Extreme Envy to work game 6.
You might.
Yeah. Have you?
No.
Yeah.
Rip Extreme Envy.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like,
Discontinue.
can't blame the boys, but give me a heads up. I need a couple cases of them.
Seriously.
All right.
All right.
Let's film.
Let's get to throwing balls.
We're good, bro.
Okay, so first couple shots, I think this is perfect. My ball didn't hit the head pin. Are 3 of the first 4 shots. But I think this is the perfect opportunity to tell you guys about something that I think has helped me with thinking about increasing my rev rate. And that is something that I learned from a Darren Tang YouTube video. I'm gonna put the video here so you can go watch it and probably hear a better explanation than what I have. But moral of the story is something I've been focusing on is in my swing, making everything feel looser. And even when you get to the top, like not focus so much on like an extreme cupping motion or anything like that, which is what I used to do when thinking of increasing my rev rate. But now what I'm trying to do is making everything looser and even like allowing your wrist to break a bit up here, and then on the downswing focusing on keeping that cupping motion rather than, you know, cupping it from the start. You're going to lose some of it immediately, pushing it away and getting up. But yeah, just being looser, up, kind of broken, down, cupping it, and then down. So, did I explain that well?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I think also people should go watch that Russian guy talk
Yeah,
about it.
Go watch Darren's video. But
Yeah,
it's
you can
really
actually
cool.
see
There's
him
a
do the
couple-
different kinds.
Yeah, there's a couple different methods to that, but that's what's clicked the best with me so far in trying to do that. So yeah, now I'm just gonna try to focus on doing that a little extra and obviously being slower.
Yeah.
He's making it.
I'm making it. You should get the left side of me. I'm gonna walk it out.
Okay. He walked it out.
Whatever.
I've been trying to do this the whole time. And there's some that are really good, but obviously there's some that are not good. And it's easy to see when they're not good because the ball tells you, and I either miss the head pin or get a 6, leave a bucket or something like that. So overall, well, this video isn't done yet. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. I'm gonna keep trying, but again, it's not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna just be able to do this every time. And of course, the house shot we're bowling on, I could probably stand like 15 right of where I am right now. But regardless, it's good practice to feel what's going on. And again, easy to see when it's good because your ball will do the right thing and it'll hook.
What are we talking about?
I was just giving a little update. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What do you think?
I'm just a boy.
Yeah, you just...
That
yeah,
is
you
my
are
name,
just
isn't
a boy. Yeah, I don't know. I basically just said, like, it doesn't look great every shot, but it's easy to see when it does look good because the ball's going to tell you.
Yeah. The hard thing is, like, I mean, once you get in and you're in a ball that gets you through whatever traffic that you need to get through, then you have to worry about the freshness. Because, I mean, there's still plenty of fresh oil in the middle part of the lane that your ball's gonna be going through. So you still need to find a way to get your ball to find the right window. So with Sarah, she gets all these plenty of tickle hits where like it's a 7-pin or it's maybe a bucket where it's just the ball's coming a little bit behind the head pin. And like you just have to find a way to get your ball to still read the right window and the mid lane.
Yeah.
Well, before you're fighting for it to not.
Right. Which again can be manipulated through like speed or hand position, something like that, to get your ball there in a different way.
Or even ball. I bet
Yeah.
the GB4 has a little bit more surface on it. Probably would get
Yeah,
up the
let's
hill
try
fine.
that.
Yeah, let's see the difference between the two.
What's the difference in the balls?
So, well, layout alone, I mean, the Wicked is a 5-inch pin, and that one's a weaker layout just to see what the ball is going to do. With the GB4, we went with, kind of stole a Liz Johnson layout because they're both pretty speed dominant bowlers. So, stole a Liz Johnson layout. It's DLS 4x4x1, so it's very quick response. When it starts going, it goes. So, what makes it good from deep is the fact that when it starts going, it goes. So, we hit it with a little bit of surface to blend out whatever wet dry problems we'd have. But I think the difference between the Wicked and the GB4 is they probably cover the same amount of boards, but the GB4 is going to do it a hair quicker.
And I even think between the two, like, just comparing reaction-wise, where the Wicked Collision might, you know, tickle 7-pin, like the GB4 Hybrid would carry that, and like a big 4 with the Wicked Collision might be a trip 4.
Yeah.
With the GB4 Hybrid. So,
GB4 creates a lot more entry angle.
yeah, a lot.
I talked to you about Nathan Bohr. That guy, he's the king of entry angle, and that's why he strikes so much. His pocket's the best pocket in bowling. You have to achieve that with ball motion.
Right. So we're gonna try that out and see what the GB4 Hybrid does.
Roll the B-roll.
B-roll. Oh my god. Oh! And what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I walked into practice just like knocking the dust off of myself, but because I haven't bowled in 2 days. It's a lot for me. But the goal of this practice is to work on the backup ball a little bit. I brought my backup balls. Anger, which is like 6.5 by 5 or 4 or something. And this is 6.5 by 4 by 3.5. That's my regular pap, but my backup pap is up. So it brings the pin to pap closer, and it brings the PSA to pap a little further. Anyways, that's why those are laid out the way they are. I'm working on learning how to rotate it a little later with the backup ball. That's the problem. That's why righties can get away with the backup ball so much. It doesn't matter if you have negative tilt, because I mean, you don't need to get through the fronts as bad, or through transition. But on the right, if you have negative tilt, your ball rolls like crap. So I need to figure out how to make a backup ball actually have tilt. So I need to get my hand to rotate later.
Oh.
I can keep my hand behind it longer, but then I don't know how to rotate it still. Like I need it to be there and then this way
gotta wait
instead
on
of rotate and then come over the top.
Yeah.
So I need to make it a later and swifter motion. It sucks. Same time, I can't break my fingers.
Yeah.
That was worse. Much worse. Alright. Back to Sarah.
Thought. It is that I still do the shoulder thing. I use way too much of my shoulder at the bottom.
Oh, like you rotate too much?
Yeah, and my hand's still not in a great spot. So, for the purposes of this video, I think I'm going to focus on keeping that back a bit more on top of the wrist thing.
Try and tuck it in the downswing.
Yeah.
Shoulder can't move. The ball is behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Okay. I never filmed an outro.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So ultimately, that's what I worked on all practice, and that's kind of what I've been working on in general that I need to get better at. But tonight will be a nice test of that because we're bowling a 5-game sweeper on wood lanes.
Wood lanes.
So they're gonna hook.
They're gonna hook lanes.
Yeah. So stay tuned to the next vlog to see how the sweeper goes.
Oh, and anybody wondering if I increase my tilt with a backup ball? I don't think it's possible. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, drill balls different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea how to do that. If anybody has suggestions, write them down in the comments. And I'll like the one that I like the most.
Okay, there we go.
Big prize up for grabs.
And don't forget in the last video, if it gets to 2,000 likes, or if we get 2,000 subscribers, then
in the rest of the month by Thanksgiving, I'll give 2 balls away.
okay. So that's going until tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you next time.